Less than 2 minutes before broadcast on. Less than 2 minutes. A big win for the Indiana Fever on Monday night as they vanquished the Washington Mystics on the strength of a Caitlin Clark three-point field goal with 1.2 seconds remaining. How will the Fever fare tonight as they are back home hosting the Chicago Sky, which currently are languishing in the Eastern Conference? Stand by as Indiana Fever basketball comes your way right now.
The following is a presentation of the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network. This is the Indiana Fever on SMSN.
And a pleasant good evening to one and all in the region, across the nation, and around the world. We welcome y'all to the SMSN Control Studios as tonight the Indiana Fever hosts the Chicago Sky. Indiana 6-5 on the year, while the Chicago Sky come into tonight's game with a record of 4-8. Those of you who tuned in with us on Monday when we did the Sports Carousel, y'all remember what happened. Caitlin Clark hit a deep three. I'm talking about 31 feet worth of a deep three with 1.2 seconds remaining to give the Fever the win, 78-76. At home tonight, Aaliyah Boston is the player to watch. She's averaging 19 points and 6 rebounds at home. On the road at Washington, she finished with a double-double. She finished with 19 points and 11 rebounds. How will Caitlin Clark do at home, and how will she one-up the performance that she had on Monday? We're going to find out in about 45 seconds. Let's take a short break, and when we come back, it's time for tip-off. WNBA Thursday begins after this message on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, They palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording.
Again, the rebound. Out to Mitchell. A 3 from the left corner. 5 shots at the target. And Azura Stevens finally brings it down for Chicago. Skylar Diggins in the front court, met by Lexi Hall. 9:25 left in the opening quarter. They're looking low for Cardoso, and they get it to Cardoso, and an immediate foul on Monique Billings. That'll be her first, and the first team foul on the Indiana Fever. One thing for Indiana, if they get out to a big lead, they cannot be like what the Spurs were last night and give it away. They did give it away, but they eventually got the win. They come and play to Diggins, 14 on the shot clock. Stevens has it off to the right. Jump pass into Cardoso, low right. Cardoso goes up and scores. You can't teach height. And the Sky lead 2-0. Caitlin Clark in the front court finds Billings on the left wing. Billings picks up her dribble, finds Caitlin Clark. Clark works off the Billings screen, try to get it back to Billings, and Stevens comes up with a steal. Skylar Diggins on the fly, finds Stevens. 3-ball right wing. Line drive rebound comes down to Diggins. Out to J.C. Sheldon. Her 3 from the left is a brick, and the rebound saved by Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark back the other way in the front court, met by Skylar Diggins, gets rid of Diggins with a screen from Boston, picks up her dribble, now finds Kelsey Mitchell off to the right, guarded by J.C. Sheldon. Mitchell says the dribble, finds Aaliyah Boston, bulls her way in the lane, goes up, missed it. Rebound is Azura Stevens. Indiana 0 for 5 coming out of the gate. Skylar Diggins directing traffic front court to the right. Finds Jaquez, dumps it low for Cardoso. Cardoso with a fake on Boston. Back outside to Stevens, and she traveled. So Chicago turns it over for the first time. It's one of those times with Cardoso, when she gets it in the post, go right up. You more than likely have the height advantage. So go right up with it. From three-quarter court, the Fever bring it up. Caitlin Clark walks it up across the timeline against Skylar Diggins. Now speeds to her right, picks up the dribble, finds Clark for 3. Splash! Caitlin Clark with her first three-point field goal. How many threes do you think Caitlin will hit tonight? Let me know in the chat down below. I say 5 of them. 3-2 Indiana, 7:55 for the first. Over the top pass to Stevens. Left corner, J.C. Sheldon. Her 3 is good. J.C. Sheldon with her first three-point goal, and it's 5-3 Chicago. 7:40 for the first. Here's Caitlin Clark back the other way. Over the top to Aaliyah Boston. Her straight-on 3 is good. Aaliyah Boston hitting a lot more threes this year. 7.5 remaining in the first quarter. 6-5 Fever. Jaquez plays it right side to Stevens. Out front, Carmelo Cardoso. One bounce dribble. Plays it to Skylar Diggins. Diggins on the drive. Over the top to Cardoso. She goes up and she's fouled. 6-5 Fever, our score. Over 7 minutes remaining in the first quarter. So the first shot for Caitlin Clark is a 3 that she splashed home. It took her a while to hit her first in Washington on Monday. And this Fever team loves to shoot it from distance. Cardoso's free throw is good. We're tied at 6. So Indiana decides to go big for this rotation. The second attempt on the way is good. KK Timpson out of Florida State, second-year player, is on for Indiana. Chicago 7, Indiana 6, 7:13 remaining in the opening quarter. Caitlin Clark on the move to the right. Clark pressured by Diggins. Clark on the drive. 10-foot floater. Short. Rebound Stevens. Azura Stevens plays it to Diggins. Diggins in the front court. On the drive, right of the lane. Back to Stevens. Stevens drives all the way in. Her shot's blocked and cleared by Timpson. Ahead to Boston. Now to Caitlin Clark. Indiana looks for the lead. Caitlin Clark on the drive. Got pushed by Stevens twice. Hands it off to Boston. Aaliyah Boston on the move to the left. Boston has it in the left corner, guarded by Stevens. Boston picks up the dribble, and we get a whistle away from the ball. We get a foul, or we get a defensive 3-second violation. My mistake. It's a defensive 3-second violation. Here comes Natasha Cloud, who signed with Chicago after many years with New York, and is an absolute pest on defense. Caitlin Clark's free throw is good. 7-7 tie, 6:38 left in the quarter. The Sky started 3-1 this year, but then they've been 1-7 since then. Clark to bring it in, foul line extended left. In play to Timpson, bulls her way on Jaquez, lays it up, no good. Ball tipped to the floor, rescued by Boston. Boston has a free lane on the drive, falls down on the dribble, but she's fouled by Jaquez. Jaquez with a foul, that's her first. Second team foul. It's a 7-7 tie. Aaliyah Boston kind of shaking her right arm a little bit. Fever to come in, foul line extended left. Caitlin Clark will pull the trigger. Over the top into Boston. Hands it back to Clark. Clark against Cloud on the drive in the lane. Whips it out to Hall. The three from the left wing. Long rebound and batted out by Clark to Mitchell. Now back to Lexi Hall. Right wing Caitlin Clark. Clark picks up the dribble. A bullet pass intended for KK Timpson. Out of bounds. Stays with Indiana with 6:15 remaining in the quarter. They have it in play to Boston. Her three. Splash! Aaliyah Boston with her second three. She's got 6, and the lead is 3. 10-7, 6:05 for the quarter. Jaquez plays it right side to Diggins. Diggins in her 12th year out of Notre Dame picks up her dribble, finds Cardoso, back to Diggins. Diggins right wing, over the top into Cardoso. Pulls her way in the lane on Aaliyah Boston and lays it up, no good, but a foul called. No, wave it off. Wave it off. Offensive foul on Camila Cardoso. That's her second. Tyler Marsh is the coach for Chicago. And we talked about it on Snowman in the morning. This team, the Chicago Sky, needs to find some direction. Indiana 3 of 11 from the field. Chicago 2 for 5. 5:45 opening quarter. Fever lead 10-7. Here's Caitlin Clark on the move right. A bullet pass underneath for Michaela Timpson. And we get a whistle underneath. And we get a 3-second violation. So Indiana turns it over. Chicago ball. Down 3, and 5:41 left in the quarter. Skylar Diggins brings it up. Diggins comes across into the front court. Diggins on the move to the left. Diggins on the drive, left of the lane. In on Caitlin Clark. Lays it up, no good. Lexi Hall the rebound. Lexi Hall on the fly in the front court. Leaves it for Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark works off the screen. Fakes 3. Out front Boston. Boston on the drive in the lane. In on Jaquez. A lefty hook. Missed it. Rebound Jaquez. Jaquez back the other way. Over the top pass, Natasha Cloud on the fly. In from the left, lays it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Kelsey Mitchell. Outlet pass, Lexi Hall. Lexi Hall on the drive. In on J.C. Sheldon. Goes all the way to the hoop. Missed the lefty scoop, but a foul is called. And Lexi Hall shoots a pair. Want to say hi to Gina MPF and Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, who were the first 2 chatters that were waiting for us to come on the air. Lexi Hall out of Stanford to the free throw line. First one here. Yep. Maisha Hines-Allen now on for the Fever. Aaliyah Boston gets a breather. Lexi Hull averaging just under 6 points per game coming into tonight. The second attempt on the way is good, and the Fever go up 5, 12-7. 4:55 of the quarter. They give it to Cardoso. She's surrounded. Over the top pass to Azura Stevens. Her shot's blocked by Timpson. Stevens tries again. Good, and a foul call. And we have time on the floor. 4:48 remaining in the opening quarter. Fever 12, Sky 9. This is Indiana Fever basketball, a part of the WNBA on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy and now begins a future one of matrimony, or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network proudly presents The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson, live every weekday morning beginning April 29th at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze claw.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. No, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Indiana Fever on SMSN.
SMSN presents the WNBA on this Thursday night as the Indiana Fever host the Chicago Sky, and the Sky are working off of a field goal plus a foul when we get back to business. And I know I have a couple of commercials in the commercial pack to correct. I meant to get to them today. I'm going to get to them. Liberty 3-0 in the Commissioner's Cup. Dream 3-1. Temple and Fever are both 2-1. They are the top 4 teams in the East in the Commissioner's Cup, and Indiana, of course, is defending their Commissioner's Cup. 4:48 opening quarter. Fever 12, Chicago 9, Azura Stevens to the free throw line to try to complete the 3-point play. The former Spark gives the ball a spin, shoots the free throw, good. It's a 2-point game, 12-10. Timpson, Clark, along with Raven Johnson, Mitchell, and Boston. So the 2 bigs are Timpson and Boston. Here comes Caitlin Clark to the right. Dump pass underneath to Timpson. Great save. In the corner is Hines-Allen. Maisha Hines-Allen out on the dribble. Hands it to Caitlin Clark. 6 on the clock. In the corner, a Raven Johnson 3. Good. Splash. 15-10 in favor of the Indiana Fever and 4:20 for the quarter. Skylar Diggins brings it up. It's Diggins along with Stevens, Natasha Cloud, Camila Cardoso, and J.C. Sheldon. That's the 5 on the floor for Chicago. Over the top pass to Stevens. Back out Sheldon. That's not Sheldon. That's a 3 on the way, and that's missed. Cardoso fell down with the rebound. No travel called. Maddie Westbell, her 3. Nope. Rebound Stevens. Again, they try a three. Missed that one. Rebound, Caitlin Clark. And the player that kept taking him was Rachel Banham. I can't believe I missed that up. Her 11th year out of Minnesota. Caitlin Clark with a bounce pass to Maisha Hines-Allen on the left wing. Backdoor Kelsey Mitchell. She shoots it in. Kelsey Mitchell, their first bucket. And the Fever go up 17-10, and 3.5 for the quarter. Skylar Diggins across in the front court. Diggins on the move to the right, on the attack, runs into a double team, shoots it off the glass, no good. Rebound Timpson ahead to Clark. Fever on the run. Caitlin Clark accelerates. Clark on the drive, right of the lane, scissor dribble against Rachel Banham. Clark fadeaway shot right of the lane, rimming good. Caitlin Clark with 7, and the lead is 19-10, and 3:10 for the quarter. Fever starting to pull away, and you want to make sure they continue to pull away. Azura Stevens picks up her dribble, guarded by Hines-Allen, plays it right side to Skylar Diggins. Diggins against Kelsey Mitchell, works off the Stevens screen and throws it out of bounds. It'll belong to the Fever with 2:55 left in the quarter. Even Johnson getting in on the three-point fun for the Indiana Fever. Gabriela Jaquez comes back for Chicago. And Caitlin Clark is off to a good start. 3 turnovers for Chicago, 2 for Indiana. And now Tyasha Harris comes on for the Indiana Fever, getting some time. She's guarded by Gabriela Jaquez. Out front, Maisha Hines-Allen. Backdoor Caitlin Clark all the way to the hole. Shoots it up, no good. Foul called, and Clark shoots 2. Foul is charged to Natasha Clow. That's her first and the team's third. And she's having a conversation with one of the officials. Caitlin Clark to the free throw line in her second full season, 3rd overall from Iowa. Hits the free throw. Indiana up 10. (20-10), Fever with the lead. The second attempt on the way, good for Caitlin Clark. She's got 11, and that's the lead. 21-10, 2:40 for the quarter. Gabriela Jaquez, the rookie from UCLA, brings it up, accelerates right, turns on the dribble, is fouled by Caitlin Clark out front. That's her first, second team foul. Clark nearly had a steal. Gabriela Jaquez will pull the trigger. Foul line extended left. In play to Cloud. Over the top pass. Out front to Elizabeth Williams. Hands it back to Cloud. Cloud scissor dribble out front. 7 to shoot. Her 3 off the back rim. Rebound, volleyball back out to Natasha Cloud. Cloud finds Azura Stevens. Her 3 from the right corner. No good. Long rebound, KK Timpson. Ahead to Caitlin Clark. Clark in the front court with a scissor dribble off to the right. A deep 3. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound underneath. Fought for, and it belonged to Chicago. That was a heat check 3 for Caitlin Clark. Timpson nearly had the offensive rebound, but unable to control it. 2 minutes for the first. 21-10, Fever with the lead. Cloud on the move to the right. Cloud against Caitlin Clark. Backs up on the dribble. Works off the Williams screen. Picks up her dribble. Finds Branham. Throws it underneath, and it's stolen by Raven Johnson. Johnson back the other way. Back to Caitlin Clark. Clark gets rid of Jaquez, stops foul line, dumps it underneath to Timpson, works her way in the lane, got chopped, ball out of bounds, stays with Indiana with 1:43 left in the quarter. Aaliyah Boston comes back in. It'll be Maisha Hines-Allen that goes out. Clark will pull the trigger, baseline left. Bounce pass in play to Raven Johnson. Right side, Aaliyah Boston. Fakes the handoff. Now backdoor Tyasha Harris to the hole. Lays it in. Tyasha Harris with her first bucket. And the lead is a baker's dozen with 90 seconds left in the opening quarter. Natasha Cloud in the front court. Finds Elizabeth Williams on the drive and on Boston. Boston says, get it out of here. Williams gets it back. Underneath, Gabriela Jaquez gets the layup. Can't have that happen. 23-12. That ends a 11-0 run by Indiana. Here's Caitlin Clark. Her pass is tipped and stolen by Branham. Branham finds Natasha Cloud. Back to Branham. Branham front court to the right. Now finds Jaquez. Her three, no good. Rebound comes down to KK Timpson. So Indiana avoids giving up points off a turnover. Caitlin Clark accelerates to the hole, lays it in. Caitlin Clark with a baker's dozen, and that's the lead with under a minute to go in the first. Natasha Cloud brings it back the other way. Cloud in the front court, leans over the dribble, guarded by Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark has 10 points. In the right corner is Branham. Branham facing a double team. Aaliyah Johnson got a piece of it and comes up with the steal. Hands to Caitlin Clark. 33 seconds opening quarter. Here she comes. Caitlin Clark on the drive, right of the lane. Whips it to Boston. She shoots it in. The Indiana Fever are smoking hot. They're up 15, 25 seconds left in the quarter. Indiana will get the ball on 24-second count unless an offensive rebound happens. Natasha Cloud between the circles. Cloud leans over the dribble, guarded by Raven Johnson. 11 on the shot clock, 13 on the big one. Natasha Cloud has it. On the move to the right. Picks up the dribble. Back left, Jaquez. Fakes on Clark. Jaquez on the drive to the hole, lays it in. Gabriela Jaquez with 4. 13-point lead, 3-2-1. Here's a 3 by Harris. Bank no good, and that's the quarter. What a quarter for the Indiana Fever. Fever out of the gate, playing great. 27-14. That's the score on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, No, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. No, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now, the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
This is the Indiana Fever on SMSN.
Folks, Fever lead 27-14 over the Chicago Sky, and I was supposed to do a 3-hour show this morning. Wound up running a replay because my voice was not at optimum level, so took the chance to rest. So we're going to do a 4-hour show tomorrow. We'll start the party at 9 a.m. Eastern. We'll go until 1. And it's a catch-up episode, which means we're going to have stuff from throughout the week, including the Knicks' incredible 29-point comeback last night. If you missed the stream, go check it out because it is on the Snowman Multimedia page as well as the Watch SMSN YouTube page. Indiana Fever beat one of the best in Atlanta at home. Got Washington on the road. Now they're trying to make it 3 out of 4, with their only loss being to the Liberty, in which they led that game by a dozen, and then the foul started. Aaliyah Boston had 6 points in the first quarter at Washington. She's got 6 tonight, 2 of 3 from distance. J.C. Sheldon back on the floor. So is Camila Cardoso, who has it off to the right, hands it to Cloud. Cloud on the drive in the lane, forces the 15-footer. Good, and a foul called. So a chance. Oh, that's Skylar Diggins, beg your pardon. So a chance to bring this lead down to 11. Cardoso, Diggins, Sheldon, Kubali. Free throw, no good. Rebound, volleyball out of bounds, belongs to Indiana, and Chicago's calling for a review. Not going to get one as Indiana already has it, and they're on the move. Harris in the front court. Caitlin Clark rests this part of the second quarter. Boston has it left of the key, and a foul on Camila Cardoso. That's her second. Your lineup for the Chicago Sky: Cardoso, Diggins, Sheldon, Jaquez, and Koulibaly, the rookie from Texas A&M, Aisha Koulibaly. In play to Ty Harris. Harris out between the rings on the drive, in from the right, now back to the left in the lane, forces the shot up, rimming, good. Ty Harris with her first field goal, 29-16, Fever by 13. And 9:15 left in the half. On the drive is Diggins. Out to Cardoso. 3-point stripe to the right. Now finds J.C. Sheldon. Sheldon looking for a three. Immediately trapped along the baseline. Throws it to Jaquez. Jaquez pested by Mitchell, and Mitchell picks up the foul. Your Indiana lineup: Boston, Mitchell, Timpson, Harris, and Raven Johnson. As I mentioned, Caitlin Clark gets a rest. Foul line extended left. Jaquez comes in play to Diggins. Diggins off the Cardoso screen off to the right. Picks up a dribble, looking for help. Finds J.C. Sheldon in the right corner. 5 to shoot. Over the top end to Cardoso. And a call against the Chicago Sky. And it's another 3-second violation. 29-16, Indiana by 15. 6th turnover against Chicago. And Indiana has all the points off of turnovers. Harris in the front court finds Maisha Hines-Allen to the right. Bullet pass underneath to Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell in the lane, goes up. Reverse layup is in with the left hand. Kelsey Mitchell makes it 31-16. And 8:35 left in the half, and the Fever are threatening to run away. Skylar Diggins off to the right. Guarded by Tyasha Harris. Out front, Gabriela Jaquez. Guarded by Lexi Hull. Jaquez on the drive, in the lane, in on Hall. A couple of Pac-10 players. Jaquez with a wild scoop. That's missed. Rebound, Hines-Allen. Indiana back the other way. Hines-Allen has it on the fly. Backdoor Kelsey Mitchell. Lefty layup is good. Timeout, Chicago. Kelsey Mitchell with 9. And the lead is 17, 33-16. And Tyler Marsh wants time. 8:13 remaining in the second quarter. It's the Indiana Fever 33, the Chicago Sky 16. We'll be back after these messages on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network proudly presents The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday morning beginning April 29th. At 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Indiana Fever on SMSN.
Coming up at halftime, it's that halftime report. All the stats, facts, and figures of the first half. You want to sponsor our programming on Watch SMSN? It's pretty simple to do. Drop an email to snowmanmultimedia@gmail.com. That's snowmanmultimedia@gmail.com. And I know I'm not fully dressed, but air conditioner is broken, and we're trying to make do with what we have here in the household. And one of the things I want to do is I want to get it fixed. So if y'all want to contribute to the cause, would appreciate a Cash App donation to $Tallman Dr. K50 or a PayPal donation. PayPal.me/snowman2172. Indiana 8 assists on 12 field goals made. It'll be Chicago ball moving right to left. Gabriela Jaquez brings it up. Jaquez in the front court, outside right. Plays it out front to Natasha Cloud. On the left wing is Coulibaly. Coulibaly finds Cloud. Cloud dribbling left, 5 to shoot. Over the top pass to Cardoso. Kick back out Coulibaly. Left wing Natasha Cloud. They don't see the clock. Cloud forces a shot. It's stripped. 24-second violation. They didn't look at the clock. And Cloud acknowledges it to her teammates. Caitlin Clark is back in. Ty Harris goes out. Clark comes back in with 10 points. 33-16, 7:49 left in the first half, and Caitlin Clark walks it up. Left to right come the Indiana Fever. Clark across the timeline into the front court. Now angles to the right. Finds Kelsey Mitchell left wing. Out front, Maisha Hines-Allen. Allen moves right. Bounce past Caitlin Clark. Clark on the drive. Right baseline underneath. Reverse layup is in. She's got a dozen. And it's 35-16 and 7:25 left in the first half. And again, the Fever are threatening to run away and not come back. On the right side is Jaquez. Jaquez works off the screen from Cardoso. Underneath to Coulibaly. Double fake on Billings. Missed it. Billings tapped the rebound out of bounds. Belongs to Indiana. (35-16) Fever by 19, 7:08 remaining in the half. Caitlin Clark into the front court. Over the top pass to Billings, left wing. Monique Billings starts her dribble, kills it, now finds Kelsey Mitchell, a straight on three. Rimming, no. Rebound, Cardoso had it, falls to the floor, ball on the floor, Cloud has it. Chicago with numbers, Cloud on the fly, drives in on Caitlin Clark and lays it in. Man, Natasha Cloud is a speed demon. 35-18, 6:40 for the half. Here's Clark with a deep three. Nope, but a foul. No foul. I'm sorry. Back the other way comes J.C. Sheldon. Sheldon outside left. This is how Washington got back in the game in the second half on Monday. J.C. Sheldon, crossover dribble on the drive, all the way in deep, lays it up, no good, but a foul called, and J.C. Sheldon shoots a pair. That three was from 28 feet for Caitlin Clark. J.C. Sheldon out of Ohio State hits the free throw. (35-19). On for Chicago is Sydney Taylor, the rookie from Louisville. Second free throw good for Sheldon. Chicago has scored 4 in a row. 35-20, 6:20 for the half. Caitlin Clark directing traffic as she walks it up, plays it to Billings. On the right wing is Mitchell. Mitchell starts her dribble on the move to the left. Bounce pass out front. Hides Allen. Left corner hole and bounces it out of bounds, looking for Monique Billings cutting to the basket. Sophie Cunningham out with an elbow injury. And that brings us to a timeout. Indiana calls time. So we'll take a break. 6:08 for the quarter. 6:08 for the half, I beg your pardon. Fever 35, Sky 20. We'll be back with more after these messages on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color of crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brooks Night Guard. Now, the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
This is the Indiana Fever on SMSN.
All continues on SMSN this Saturday as they travel to Connecticut. As the Sun continue their last season in Connecticut, the Fever will ride into town, and our tip will start at 6 o'clock. So we'll be up at 5:45 with our pregame festivities, and it's a carousel night because after that game ends, we'll take a 30-minute break, and we will have Game 5 of the NBA World Championship Series between the New York Knicks and the San Antonio Spurs. Knicks trying to win their first title since 1973. In the first half, last game out, Chicago had 42 points in the first half. They only have 20 right now. 6:08 remaining in the first half of this Commissioner's Cup game. J.C. Sheldon brings it up. Sheldon in the front court, outside left, feeds it left corner underneath to Cardoso. Layup is good, but a call going the other way as offensive foul on Natasha Cloud turns it over. And Tyler Marsh is going where? Oh, she shoved Billings out of the way. That's what happened. Caitlin Clark brings it up, guarded by Natasha Cloud. Bounce past Billings on the left wing. Monique Billings picks up a dribble after one bounce, finds Kelsey Mitchell. Indiana needs a bucket right here. Here comes Mitchell. Underneath Maisha Hines-Allen, they get said bucket. Great pass from Kelsey Mitchell. 37-20 and 5:35 left in the first half. Natasha Cloud at the controls. Plays it to Sydney Taylor off to the right. Taylor splits the double team on the drive. Whips it underneath to Cardoso. Double fake. Shoots it up. Short. Rebound on the floor. Comes down to Kubali. She forces it up. No good. Follow Cardoso. Good. 37-22. Indiana the lead in the ball as Caitlin Clark flying the other way in the lane. Lays it in. She's got 14. 39-22. Caitlin Clark on fire in the first half. Indiana looking for their 7th win of the year. Clark 5 out of 8 coming out of the gate. Here comes Natasha Cloud to the free throw line. Backs in on Caitlin Clark. Fadeaway shot in the lane. Good. Natasha Cloud with 8. And it's 39-24. Clark back the other way. Caitlin Clark in the front court with a wraparound dribble against Cloud. Out front, Maisha Hines-Allen. Allen guarded by Cardoso. Now to Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell drives in on Cardoso. Left corner Billings. Left wing Hall for three. Splash! Lexi Hall with a three. 6-3 of the game for Indiana, and they lead by 18. 4:28 left in the half. 5 points for Lexi Hall. Here comes Sydney Taylor flying in on Billings. Lays it in off the glass with a reverse. 42-26. I really feel good and in rhythm. So if any school in the country wants to take a chance on a Snowman, let me know. Here comes Caitlin Clark. Turns on the dribble. Whips it to Billings in the right corner. Out front, Hines-Allen hands to Caitlin Clark. Bounce pass Billings left to the key. Left corner Hall for three. In and out. Rebound Billings. Billings back out to Hines-Allen. Hines-Allen on the drive in the lane. Whips it back to Lexi Hall. Hands to Caitlin Clark. Clark with a fake on Sydney Taylor. Clark on the drive in the lane. Over the top, Lexi Hall lays it in. What a pass from Caitlin Clark to Lexi Hall. Extends the lead back to 18. 44-26. Out front, Sydney Taylor. On the right side, Natasha Cloud. In the right corner is Camila Cardoso. Back to Cloud on the drive, right baseline. Trying to bounce it off of Hines-Allen. It stays in play, but it's stolen by Kubali. Kubali out of bounds on an offensive foul. And Chicago turns it over. Caitlin Clark was looking for a foul on her last drive to the basket. Callie Greenshields is with us. What's up, Callie? Victor Locke is here, said, I took a long nap and I'm in. Well, Victor, I hope you got some good sleep, my friend, as Kubali is down for Chicago. Aisha Kubali, the rookie from Texas A&M, is in a sitting position. It'll lead to a timeout, so we'll take a timeout with them. 3:24 remaining in the first half. Fever 44, Sky 26. Back after these messages on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network proudly presents The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday morning beginning April 29th at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Join the trans.
Kubali is up. She is walked to the sideline, which is great to see. And now Chicago has made it a challenge. They are challenging the offensive foul ruling against Aisha Kubali. Sick Diggy is with us. I'm fresh off watching the World Cup. Good to be here. Good to have you, Sick. I may look at a couple of World Cup matches because I haven't done soccer in a long time, and I'm looking for the challenge. The two sports I haven't done in a long time, I haven't done a soccer match this year yet, and I also have not done a hockey game. So we may make it a carousel kind of night. And the other game we'll take a look at will be involving the first place Chicago White Sox. Yes, I said it, and I talked to Victor earlier in the day about these first place White Sox as they look to sweep one of the best in the league in the Atlanta Braves. Yes, you heard me correctly. And I know I haven't done many White Sox games since the first two we did this year and a couple of others that we did whip around coverage on, but I have been tracking them. And they are in first place by a half a game. And I think this call just got reversed. It is. Aisha Coulibaly will head to the free throw line. That foul will be charged to Lexi Hall. That's the team's third, and it is a blocking foul. I don't know. I think that's one you let go both ways. The rookie from Texas A&M shoots the first one. Good. 44-27, and the Sky retained their timeout. 3:24 left in the first half. Second attempt on the way. Rimming, no. Rebound, Lexi Hall, or KK Timpson. Ahead to Lexi Hall, who gives it back to Caitlin Clark, and Clark brings it up. Out front, Timpson, right side, Mitchell. Mitchell finds Clark, bounce pass Mitchell. 3-ball right wing is good, but a kicking violation first. And that's just when Mitchell bangs home a three. Elizabeth Williams back on for Chicago. Aaliyah Boston back for the Fever. A couple of schools I'm going to be applying to will be Georgia Southern and Tulane. Lexi Hall's three is blocked. Rebound volleyball high in the air belongs to Chicago. Elizabeth Williams caused that turnover. So Chicago ball down 17, 3:05 left in the first half. Natasha Cloud leaves it for Skylar Diggins, who's back on the, all right, Azura Stevens, I beg your pardon. It's Stevens. Back to Cloud on the left wing. Hands it off to Sydney Taylor. Sydney Taylor with a crossover dribble. On the drive in the lane, lays it up and in. And the lead down to 15, 44-29. It was 19 a moment ago. Aaliyah Boston has it. Boston on the drive and on Williams. Bulls her way in the lane. Fadeaway shot. No good, left of the key. Rebound Azura Stevens. They can cut it to 13 this trip. Stevens has it on the fly, and on Boston dumps it to Williams. Her lefty hook is in. And this may lead to a timeout. It does not. 44-31. Stephanie White letting her team play through it. Caitlin Clark in the front court. Caitlin Clark on the drive right of the lane. Bounce pass. He picks up her dribble. A bounce pass is stolen by Cloud. Here they come. Outlet pass to Sheldon. Flying in. Lays it in. It's 44-33. 7-0 run by Chicago. 2 minutes for the half. Indiana by 11. They were up 18 a moment ago. Here comes Caitlin Clark. Feeds it left corner to Timpson. Back to Clark. Clark fakes. And now an offensive foul going the other way. That foul is charged to Michaela Timpson. And now Chicago with a chance to bring it to single digits. 1:45 left in the half. Stevens outside left. Hands it to Sydney Taylor. Flying in. Lays it in. 9-0 run by the Chicago Sky. And Indiana wants time. In the last 100 seconds, the Chicago Sky have cut this lead to 9. They've scored 9 in a row. We got 100 seconds remaining in the first half, and the Fever's lead is being threatened. It's now 9, 44-35. Back after these messages on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network proudly presents The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday morning beginning April 29th at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
$18 points in the paint for Chicago in this quarter, 14 for Indiana, and the Sky have shaved the Fever lead in half. 1:35 left in the half. Now let's see if Indiana can finish with a finishing kick. Mitchell has it off to the left, off to the right. Out front, Aaliyah Boston back to Mitchell on the drive. 18-footer, got it from the left of the key. Lead back to 11, 46-35. Now let's see if they can string some stops together. Sydney Taylor with a three from the left is in. The lead is down to 8, 46-38. Sydney Taylor with 9 off the bench for Chicago. Kelsey Mitchell on the left wing. Bounce pass out front. Aaliyah Boston hands it back to Mitchell. Or back to Clark, I beg your pardon. Clark on the drive right of the lane. Bounce pass Simpson. Back to Clark. Over the top pass underneath. And a foul called on Elizabeth Williams as they were looking for Aaliyah Boston underneath. Everybody's talking to the official. The official made the call. Deal with it. 55.2 left in the first half. In play to Boston. Hands it to Raven Johnson, who's on now. Raven Johnson on the drive. Bounce past Aaliyah Boston. Bulls her way in the lane. Fakes. Fadeaway shot. Nope. Rebound Timpson. 2 on the clock. Timpson back to Boston. Go up. They do. Block. 24-second violation. They did not see the shot clock. Now, Chicago with a chance to cut it to 6 or 5 with a long one. 41.2 left in the first half. Natasha Cloud brings it up. Cloud has been the spearhead in the Chicago comeback. Here comes Cloud on the drive in on Boston. Whips it back out to Sheldon on the drive in from the right to the hole. Lays it in. It's a 6-point game. Indiana has fallen apart defensively. They're on a 14-2 run. And Indiana will play it for 1. Caitlin Clark deep on the left wing. They got to get their mojo back they had in the first quarter when they were busy running away. Caitlin Clark on the move to the right. Clark shoots a 3. Offensive foul on Aaliyah Boston. Now Chicago can cut it to 4. And they have the last possession of the first half. Wow, what a run by Chicago. They're on a 14-2 run. 8 seconds, 7. Sydney Taylor outside left to Cloud. Now Sheldon on the drive, right corner. Back out Cloud, right wing. Dumps it low to Williams. They don't get a shot. And Indiana's got to breathe the Fever got to breathe a sigh of relief, but they have some things to fix because that defense, which was playing so terrific in the first part of the second quarter, became a leaky sieve in the second part of the second quarter. An 18-point lead has been shaved to 6. Let's see what the Sky do to fix themselves up at halftime. Your score at the half. Fever 46, Chicago 40. Back with our halftime activities after these messages on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. No, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brooks Night Guard. Now, the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Go to that.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always came back.
Okay, here we go, throw it!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Nice.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Join Ryan McCarthy
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
and Dustin Henry
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
as they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
This is the SMSN Halftime Report. Halftime in Indiana's capital city, and what was once a 19-point Indiana Fever lead has been sliced to 6, 46-40, as we are at halftime. Let's go over the first half numbers for Chicago. They outscored Indiana 26-19 in that second quarter. Sky 16 of 34 for 47%, 2 of 10 from distance, 6 of 8 from the free throw line, 15 rebounds, 10 assists, 8 turnovers. They had 4 steals, a pair of blocks, and they had 8 offensive rebounds in the contest. They were paced in scoring by Sidney Taylor, who came in off the bench with 9. J.C. Sheldon also had 9 in the starting lineup. Carmelo Cardoso had 6. Azura Stevens had 3. Skylar Diggins had a pair. Gabriela Jaquez with 4. But Sidney Taylor was the key to the Chicago Sky making their resurgence from 19 down to within 6 at the half. Natasha Cloud had 4 off the bench. Aisha Kubali split a pair of free throws. Elizabeth Williams had 2 points in the contest. And I inadvertently pushed a button. For the Indiana Fever, they were 18 for 36 for 50%, 5 of 14 from deep. They hit all their free throws, 18 rebounds, 11 assists, 8 turnovers. and 5 of those turnovers happened late in the second quarter. A pair of offensive fouls, a couple of kick balls, and Chicago roars back into this game. They finish the first half. They finished the first half on a 14-2 run to cut what was an 18-point lead at the time. It's down to 6. They were led in scoring by Caitlin Clark, who led all scorers with 14 points. Aaliyah Boston had 8, along with Kelsey Mitchell. Lexi Hull had 7. Raven Johnson had 3. Tyasha Harris had 4. And Maisha Hines-Allen finished with a pair. Silly turnovers by the Indiana Fever allowed Chicago to slice this lead down to 6. Allison Moran is with us. She'll join us tomorrow on Snowman in the Morning. Can they overtake the Fever? Sydney Taylor is the reason that Chicago's back in this game. Natasha Cloud's defense is a reason that they're back in this game. We're going to find out. And a little whip around coverage will come your way later after we complete this game. We'll peek in on the Chicago White Sox and the Atlanta Braves. Can the White Sox get the sweep, or will they just get 2 out of 3? And that's the first place White Sox. I never thought I would say it this season, but Victor told me earlier in a phone conversation and repeated my words back to me. These kids can play. We'll peek in on them after this game completes. Your score at the half, Indiana Fever 46 and the Chicago Sky 40. We'll be back with the second half after these messages on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now, the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to BruxNightGuard.com and order yours today.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word. I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always came back.
Dad! Okay, here we go, throw it. Yeah.
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Nice.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
This is the SMSN Halftime Report. We're ready for the third quarter as the Fever try to figure out what happened to their 19-point lead. I'll tell you part of the reason of what happened. Her name is Sydney Taylor. The rookie from Louisville came in with 9 points off the bench, ignited this team, especially defensively. Then Natasha Cloud played a lot of defense in the second quarter, and Indiana turned the ball over 5 times in their last 7 possessions. And that's why the lead is down to 6, 46-40. It'll be Chicago ball as we begin the third quarter, and Indiana has to get some better spacing on the floor. I mean, they were slicing Chicago to pieces, especially on the inside in the first quarter and a half. The Sky in the second quarter scored 20 points in the paint. They forced 6 turnovers, and they ended on a 14-2 run, and they have a chance to extend it as Skylar Diggins brings it up. Starters on the floor for both teams. Diggins over the top to Cardoso, feeds it left corner. A Stevens 3, rimming no. Rebound tip. Boston brings it down. And now Boston hustles it up herself. Boston in the front court. Boston on the drive. Her 10-foot floater. Rimming no. Rebound Cardoso. Out of bounds. I beg your pardon. It stays with Indiana. The curse of the big lead strikes again. Seems that way. Here's a Mitchell 3. Nope. Rebound Lexi Hall. They'll get another try. Out front, Caitlin Clark. Her 3 from the left wing. Nope. Line drive rebound, Caitlin Clark. Tap to Aaliyah Boston. She shoots it in. That ends the 14-2 run. And Indiana up by 8. 9:18 left in the third quarter. See if they can string a couple of stops together. J.C. Sheldon finds Skylar Diggins. Diggins picks up her dribble, pressure by Lexi Hall. Out to Sheldon, underneath to Cardoso. She shoots it in. Lead back down to 6. Each team has turned the ball over 9 times in this ball game. Here comes Caitlin Clark on the fly to the hole. Lays it up, no good. Foul called. Caitlin Clark shoots 2. Caitlin Clark with a great tap pass to Aaliyah Boston, who was underneath the hoop. Foul line extended right. They look to come in. They come in play to Boston. Now hands it back to Caitlin Clark. Backdoor Lexi Hall reverse layup. Missed. Rebound Azura Stevens. And now Chicago can cut it to 4 or 3 with a long one. And Skylar Diggins takes the long one and hits it. It's a 3-point lead with 8:37 to go in the third quarter. Caitlin Clark flying back the other way. No, lays it in. Lead back up to 5. 50-45. We got a ball game here, folks. 8:25 left in the third. Skylar Diggins back the other way, guarded by Caitlin Clark. Gabriela Jaquez on the right wing. Jaquez off the Cardoso screen. Over the top to Cardoso. Tap pass underneath to Stevens. We get a whistle underneath. And what? We get a foul underneath. Chicago has it in play. Stevens off to the right. And another foul on Aaliyah Boston. In fact, Aaliyah Boston has picked up 2 fouls now, and she's up to 3 on the night. (50-45). Indiana with the lead. Chicago the ball. They have it in play to Stevens. Stevens has it off to the right. Turns on the dribble, on the drive, right in the lane, fakes on Billings. Lefty scoop, miss, tapped out of bounds, stays with Chicago. They finally force a missed shot, but unable to secure the defensive rebound. J.C. Sheldon underneath to Stevens, goes up and in, plus a foul. And now Chicago can cut it to 2 with a free throw. The Chicago Sky have fought their way back into this ball game. Azura Stevens gets ready. The 9-year veteran from Connecticut connects on the free throw. It's a 2-point lead with 8 minutes to go in the third. Caitlin Clark back the other way. Clark in the front court finds Boston, back to Clark. Clark on the dribble outside left, whips it underneath to Boston, pulls her way in the lane, goes up and scores. And a foul call. So Indiana gets the points right back. Aaliyah Boston shooting for the 3-point play. Camila Cardoso commits the foul. That's her second. Billings and Boston each with 3 for the homestanding Fever. Boston's free throw is good. The lead back up to 5. 53-48 and 7:44 left in the third. Skylar Diggins trots it up. Diggins on the move left. Diggins on the drive. In on KK Timpson. Out front Cardoso. Over the top into Stevens. They go up. Had it blocked. Foul called. It's on Boston, and that's number 4. That'll send Azura Stevens to the free throw line. No, they give the foul to Lexi Hall. That's only her first. Stevens free throw, good, 53-49. Lexi Hall now has 3 fouls. So the fouls are piling up for the Indiana Fever. Stevens again, got it. It's a 3-point game, 53-50. 7.5 remaining in the third. Caitlin Clark brings it up. Clark on the move left. Caitlin Clark on the drive. Comes back out. Her pass is tipped. Clark able to, didn't gather it back in. Ahead to Stevens, Skylar Diggins. She's got a layup. It's a 1-point game. Another turnover forced by the Chicago Sky. That's 9 in the past 7 minutes. Aaliyah Boston back the other way. Bulls away on the knee. Throws up the reverse. Nope. And the rebound comes down to Azura Stevens. Hands off to Sheldon. Sheldon to the left corner. Diggins. Diggins on the drive in the lane. Shoots it up. Nope. Foul called. And Diggins shoots 2 with a shot at the lead. The Indiana Fever have played out of control since the 6.5-minute mark of the second quarter, and now their lead is really threatened. Diggins, the 12-year veteran from Notre Dame, hits the free throw. We have our first tie of the game our second tie of the game. I beg your pardon, 53-all. Now Diggins shoots to put Chicago in front. Chicago by 1. Their first lead of the night. Or their first lead since 7-6, I beg your pardon. So they have led in this ball game. Caitlin Clark trots it up. Clark on the move to the right. Guarded by Jaquez. Clark on the drive, had her shot blocked, cleared by Cardoso, ahead to Sheldon. Sheldon on the fly. Wrap around dribble off to the left. Dump low to Cardoso. Backs in on Boston. Reverse layup is in. The Sky lead by 3, and Indiana want time. This is a 16-5 run in the last 2 minutes and 26 seconds, and the lead is gone. Chicago in front, 56-53. Back with more after these messages on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multi. This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network proudly presents The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson, live every weekday morning beginning April 29th at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Indiana Fever on SMSN.
During the timeout, I took a look at the body language of the Indiana Fever, and they are in shock right now. They're trying to figure out how to solve this pesky Chicago defense. They were solving it for part of the first half, but since the 6.5 minute mark of the second quarter, it's been all Chicago, and they're on an 8-0 run right now in the last minute, and they're up by 3, 56-53. How do the Indiana Fever respond? We're going to find out. 6:36 remaining in the third quarter. 56-53. Chicago leads by 3. Two of the 5 losses that Indiana has had. Skylar Diggins shooting a technical free throw, and she missed it. Caitlin Clark picked up a technical foul. She yelled at the referee on that last exchange. 16-5 run by Chicago, 8-0 run in the past minute. Caitlin Clark in the front court, guarded by Diggins. Caitlin Clark picks up the dribble, out front of Aaliyah Boston. Boston hands it to Kelsey Mitchell. Backdoor to Boston to the hole, shoots it in off the glass. Aaliyah Boston cuts this lead to 1, 56-55, 6:15 left in the third. Gabriela Jaquez in control for the Chicago Sky. Jaquez plays it out front to Diggins, had the ball tapped away by Lexi Hall, hands it off to Diggins, and we get an offensive foul. on Camila Cardoso. And for Cardoso, that is her fourth. This is how Indiana got the lead on that last possession. They were pocket passing. They were slicing to the hoop. Here's Mitchell out front. Indiana looks for the lead. A Mitchell three. Splash! Indiana back in front, 58-56 as they've scored 5 in a row. 5:48 left in the third. Natasha Cloud in for Gabriela Jaquez. Cloud at the controls on the move to the right. Over the top pass to Diggins. Diggins whips it to Kubali in the lane. Shoots it up. No good. Foul call. Kubali shoots a pair. Aisha Kubali in for Azura Stevens. Natasha Cloud in for Gabriela Jaquez. So Kubali shoots 2 with a chance to tie. First free throw, good, 58-57. That foul is charged to KK Timpson. We're back on Saturday as the Fever travel to Connecticut to face the Sun. Second free throw, good. It's a tie game, 58 apiece. 5:34 left in the third. Aaliyah Boston out front. Boston fakes the handoff to Lexi Hall. Now has Cardoso down low. Bulls her way in the lane. Shoots it up. Nope. Foul called. And Aaliyah Boston shoots a pair. And now that's on Cardoso. That's number 5. Or is that number 4? Aaliyah Boston to the free throw line. First one here, good, 59-58. Indiana back in front. Elizabeth Williams comes in. Cardoso departs. Damaris Dantas set to come on for the Indiana Fever. The second attempt on the way is good. So your Chicago lineups, Diggins, Sheldon, Williams, Cloud, and Kubali. Here comes Cloud on the fly, in the lane, got stripped, ball loose, still loose, gathered in by Kubali. She goes up, missed it, rebound Boston. Boston waits for traffic to clear and leaves it for Caitlin Clark. J.C. Sheldon gets her. A couple of big tenders playing defense. Here comes Clark. Clark low right, hands it to Boston, over the top back to Boston. Bulls her way in the lane, goes up, had it blocked. Offensive foul on Aaliyah Boston. And that's her 4th. And Stephanie White chooses not to challenge. Sophie Cunningham out with an elbow injury for tonight's game. The super sub is not available to Indiana tonight. That's not an offensive foul. In fact, there should be a foul on Williams. Free throw good for J.C. Sheldon on a technical foul to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston now has 4 fouls. She also has 17 points. So Boston comes out. Damaris Dantas gets her. Chicago looks for the lead. 4:50 remaining in the third. Natasha Cloud brings it in. And it's out of bounds. It'll belong to the Indiana Fever. So they keep the ball in a 1-point lead. 4:47 left in the third. Indiana by 1. They've led by as many as 19. Next foul will put Chicago in the bonus. Indiana already over the foul limit. Caitlin Clark on the move to the left. Caitlin Clark assists a dribble, drives in on Diggins, and there's the foul that'll send Clark to the free throw line. 4:34 left in the third. Second foul on Skylar Diggins. And that should be the bonus, shouldn't it? Nope. They'll bring it in. Foul line extended left. In play to Timpson. Back to Clark. Caitlin Clark whips it underneath to Timpson. Double fake. Shoots it in. Michaela Timpson extends the lead to 3. 62-59 and 4:20 left in the third. We got a ball game here, folks. Here comes Skylar Diggins on the drive in on Caitlin Clark to the hole. Lays it up, no good. Dantas the rebound. Couple bounces, feeds it ahead to Clark. Here comes Clark on the fly. Right of the lane, turns right baseline, goes up, fouled by Kubali. And Caitlin Clark shoots two with 4:08 left in the third. And a bullet pass from Caitlin Clark to Michaela Timpson put Indiana further in front. And now Caitlin Clark hits the free throw. 16 for Caitlin Clark. Beg your pardon. She shoots for point number 17, and she's got it. She is tied for game high honors. 64-59, 4 minutes left in the third. Natasha Cloud out front. Cloud on the drive, all the way in the lane, feeds it left corner, a Diggins three, nope, rebound tip, on the floor, Caitlin Clark comes up with it, Indiana on the fly to Mitchell, over the top to Timpson, goes up, scores! Indiana back up 7, 3:45 left in the third. 13-3 run by the Indiana Fever, and Tyler Marsh wants time. 3:46 remaining in the third. It's the Fever 66 and the Sky 59. We'll be back after these messages on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears?
One. Caitlin Clark has 19 points. That was her total on Monday. Cloud back the other. Oh, she's got 20 points. I beg your pardon. Cloud back the other way. It's one of the things I got to get better with. Here's Sydney Taylor for three. Got it. Big three-point goal. Sydney Taylor is the reason Chicago's in this game. 68-64. Sydney Taylor has 14. Clark to Dantas on the right wing. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell over the top to Dantas. A straight on three. Rebound Kubali. Chance to make it a 2-point game or one with a long one. Taylor on the fly all the way. Lays it in. It's a 2-point game. 5 quick points by Sydney Taylor. And just like that, it's a 2-point game. 68-66. Tyasha Harris back the other way. Over the top to Mitchell. Mitchell against Taylor with the scissor dribble. Her straight on three. Nope. Rebound tip comes down to Skylar Diggins. A chance to tie. They run ahead, and Clark tips it out of Timpson. I beg your pardon. Tips it out of bounds. So Clark is out of the game right now. Your lineup is no, Clark is still in the game. They have it in play to Diggins underneath. It's good. 7-0 run by Chicago, and we're tied at 68. 2:18 left in the third. Sydney Taylor is the reason Chicago is in this game. Caitlin Clark back the other way. Works off the Mitchell screen. Double stagger. Along with Dantas on the attack. Dantas has it right wing. Dantas holds. Turns on the dribble right of the lane. Forces the shot up. But it's a foul going the other way. And now Chicago with a chance to go back in front. Natasha Cloud back the other way. Cloud bounce pass to Taylor. Taylor on the drive in from the right. Forces a shot up. Nope, but a foul called on Caitlin Clark. And Sydney Taylor with a chance to put Chicago back in front with 2 free throws. Sydney Taylor, 16 points in the game off the bench. Taylor's free throw, good. Sky back in front, 69-68. Caitlin Clark picked up the foul. Raven Johnson in. Clark is out. And she departs with 3 fouls. The second attempt on the way, good. Sydney Taylor has 18 points. And Indiana's going to have to play this stretch without Caitlin Clark. They're down a deuce, 70-68. It's the Sky on an 11-2 run. Raven Johnson out front to Dantas on the left wing. Ty Harris out front. Mitchell. Mitchell had a pass tip gathered in by Raven Johnson. Low right Dantas had it poked away again. It was deflected. Raven Johnson, go get it. She gets it. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Dantas doesn't see it. Forces the shot up. It's a 24-second violation. Man, you got to go get the ball. I'm impressed with this guy's efforts also, Allie. It's a 2-point lead, 13 turnovers for Indiana. Natasha Cloud off to the right. Sydney Taylor out front. Taylor resists a dribble on the attack and on Raven Johnson. Lays it in, and Chicago has their biggest lead of the night at 4. 72-68. 1:08 left in the third. Here comes Ty Harris back the other way. Harris in the front court. Stops at the foul line, dumps it under to Dantas. She lays it in. It's a 2-point game. 72-70, under a minute to go in the third. Sydney Taylor is just getting the ball and going. Taylor is 20 points off the bench. She is, I will say it again, she is the reason Chicago is in this game. Now they have a chance to extend the lead. Indiana looking for a stop. Cloud out front, plays it to Taylor. Here she comes, throws the shot up. Nope, but a foul called on Damiris Dantas. And Sydney Taylor will head back to the free throw line. This has been the Sydney Taylor game because ever since she came in the second quarter, Chicago has has cut a 19-point Indiana lead, and they're in front. Taylor's free throw, good. 73-70. Chicago's outscored Indiana 33-24 here in this third quarter. The second attempt on the way is good. It's back to a 4-point Chicago lead. 50 seconds for the third. Plenty of time for Indiana to get the lead. Here comes Mitchell for 3. Splash! And there's one part of it right there. Or was that a 2-point goal or a 3? That looked like a 3. They call it a 2. They call it a 2. They're going to review it at the end of the quarter. So for now, it's a 2-point game. 40 seconds for the third. Natasha Cloud skip dribble the other way. Finds Skylar Diggins. Diggins over the top pass into Williams. Wraparound pass under to Kubali. Nowhere to go. Out to Taylor for 3. Got it! Holy cow. Sydney Taylor is 25. And Chicago leads by 5, 77-72, 24 seconds left in the third. Mitchell back the other way. Mitchell a crossover dribble right baseline. Now finds Timpson low left. Out front, Dantas a straight on three. Nope. Rebound tipped. Comes down to Kubali. They're back the other way. 9 seconds. Kubali flying in. Lays it up. Nope. Foul called and Kubali shoots two. Sydney Taylor, the rookie from Louisville, put on a show this evening. I'm impressed. I am impressed. The 5'9" rookie from Louisville. And now Koulibaly, I kept saying it wrong all night. The rookie from Texas A&M hits the free throw. The lead is 6. 38 third quarter points by the Chicago Sky. The middle 2 quarters have belonged to Chicago. The second attempt on the way, good. 39 third quarter points. Let's see if Indiana can get a basket. Here comes Mitchell. That pass is tipped. Stolen by Taylor. Taylor, 1 second to the hole. Lays it up. Nope. And that will end the third quarter. My goodness. What a rally by the Chicago Sky. They outscore the Indiana Fever 39-26. And the Fever find themselves down by 7, 79-72. The fourth and final quarter comes your way after this message.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network proudly presents The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson, live every weekday morning beginning April 29th at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can beat the black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Indiana Fever on SMSN.
I'm looking at this camera and I'm telling y'all, I am impressed with the Chicago Sky's effort tonight. They have blown away a 19-point Indiana lead, and now they are up by 6 because that field goal by Kelsey Mitchell, which was originally called a 2, is now a 3. So it's a 6-point Chicago lead as we head to the money period. And Indiana's got a whole lot of problems, not just from this game, but going forward if they don't get this one tonight. In the majors, it's the Orioles over the Mariners, 6-5. They're in the top of the 5th. Braves and White Sox are in a rain delay. Mets over the Cardinals, 5-4. Dodgers lead the Pirates, 5-4. They're in the bottom of the 6th. Finals from earlier, Marlins beat the Diamondbacks 2-0. Tigers over the Twins, 11-0. Rangers over the Royals 4-2, and it was the Cubs over the Rockies 9-3. Sydney Taylor gunning for player of the game honors as she has come off the bench with 25 points. And she's been hitting them from all over the place. It'll be Indiana ball as we start the fourth quarter. Gabriela Jaquez back on for Skylar Diggins. Carmela Cardoso in for Elizabeth Williams. Azura Stevens is in for Aisha Coulibaly. But the bench mob of the Chicago Sky not only has willed them back into the game, they're in front. Caitlin Clark on the floor to start the fourth quarter. Clark, Boston, Johnson, along with Hines Allen as Clark flies in, lays it up no good, and a foul called, and Caitlin Clark shoots a pair. Caitlin Clark sitting on 20 points in the ball game tonight. And thank you to my girls, Dr. K, and my daughter, Sonia, for dinner tonight. Caitlin Clark to the free throw line. 9:46 for the ball game. Elizabeth Williams will come in. Camila Cardoso now has 5 fouls. Free throw good. Williams in, Cardoso out. Cardoso departs with 5 fouls. The former South Carolina Gamecock and the most outstanding player in the Final Four in 2024. Second free throw up, second free throw down. It's a 4-point lead, 79-75. Indiana looking for a defensive stop. They haven't gotten many in the second half. Natasha Cloud has it off to the left. Natasha Cloud with the bounce pass right side to Taylor. They're leaving her in. Here comes Taylor on the drive, right baseline. Over the top pass, tipped and stolen by Johnson. Out to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark stutter step dribble on the drive in the lane. Throws the shot up. Nope, foul call. Clark shoots 2 more. $9:24 left in the money period. Hurricanes and Golden Knights are tied 1 apiece. It's game 5 of that series, the Stanley Cup final. Clark's free throw is good. She's got 23. And Chicago continue to go with this hybrid lineup. Second free throw up, second free throw down. It's a 2-point game, 79-77. And again, Indiana looking for a defensive stop. Come on, girls. Here's Natasha Cloud on the fly, front court to the left. Natasha Cloud has it, now pressured by Aaliyah Boston on the right wing. Over the top pass to Jaquez in the right corner. Jaquez on the drive, in the lane. Scoop layup, nope, foul called on Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark with her 3rd foul. And Gabriela Jaquez shoots a pair. First 4 points of the fourth quarter belong to the Indiana Fever. Gabriela Jaquez, the rookie from UCLA, offers the free throw. Good. 3-point lead, 80-77. And Callie, I'll answer your question. I think the 100-point watch is on. The second attempt on the way is good. This reminds me of the first game of the year where Indiana had a big lead, gave it away, nearly came back to beat Dallas. Well, you can't have nearly in this league. You got to finish the job. Here comes Boston on the drive, right in the lane, all the way to the hole. Left it short. Rebound Jaquez. Jaquez back the other way. Jaquez stops left of the lane, comes back out to Cloud. Out front, Stevens. Stevens feeds it right side to Taylor. Sydney Taylor on the drive. Picks up her dribble, dumps it to Stevens, baseline right. Stevens looking. 6 on the clock. Her shot's blocked. Cleared by Hines Allen. Indiana with the ball with a chance to cut it to 2. Finds Lexi Hall. Left baseline jumper is in. It's a 2-point game. 81-79. We got a barn burner here, folks. 8:24 left in regulation. Natasha Cloud in the front court. Cloud on the move to the right. Over the top pass back left out front. Stevens a straight on 3. Missed it. Rebound Hines Allen. Indiana with a chance to tie. Caitlin Clark across the timeline in the front court. Caitlin Clark works off the Hines Allen screen. Clark on the attack. Backs up for 3. In and out. Rebound Lexi Hall. Back to Caitlin Clark on the drive. Left baseline. Gets in the lane. Comes back out. Circles the wagons. Comes back out to the free throw line. A backdoor to Aaliyah Boston. She lays it in and we're tied. What a pass from Caitlin Clark. She circled the wagons for a good 5 seconds, and then Aaliyah Boston dove to the basket. Caitlin Clark found her, and Tyler Marsh wants time. 7:50 for the ball game. We are even, 81 apiece. Back with more after these messages on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Meet the scam. a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org. SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now, the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today.
This is the Indiana Fever on SMSN.
Thursday night, the Atlanta Dream come to Gainbridge Fieldhouse to take on the Indiana Fever. That's a 7 p.m. tip. We'll be up at 6:30 with our pregame show. Caitlin Clark has 24 points. She's 6 of 13 from the field. But Sydney Taylor, I am thoroughly impressed with one Sydney Taylor. She's got 25 points to lead all scorers. Aaliyah Boston, 19. Lexi Hull has 9. Maisha Hines-Allen, Raven Johnson, each with a pair. That's the lineup on the floor for the Indiana Fever. Chicago back looking for the lead. 7:50 for the ball game. And this is a big Commissioner's Cup game, especially with the standings in the Eastern Conference. Skylar Diggins back on the floor as she brings it up. Diggins against Raven Johnson. Raven Johnson stays with her. Out to Sydney Taylor, guarded by Lexi Hall. A Taylor 3. Nope. Rebound Hines-Allen. Indiana looks for the lead. Raven Johnson brings it up. Johnson across the timeline finds Aaliyah Boston. Turns and faces. Boston on the move right, finds Caitlin Clark. Clark picks up her dribble, finds Boston. Back to Caitlin Clark. Underneath to Boston to the hole. Shoots it in. And up. Nope. Wipe it out. Offensive foul on Aaliyah Boston, and that's her 5th. And there has not been a challenge yet from Stephanie White. Oh, that is not an offensive foul. And Stephanie White is going to challenge it. I don't think that's an offensive foul, but I am just a broadcaster. I'm not on the floor, though I'd love to be. So if this is not an offensive foul, that'll be a bucket for the Indiana Fever. And Aaliyah Boston pleading with her coach, Stephanie White, to take a look at it. And they are going to take a look at it. So we'll step aside for a timeout. 7:15 for the ball game. 81 apiece on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network proudly presents The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson, live every weekday morning beginning April 29th at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Indiana Fever on SMSN.
Getting ready to square off. And this call may be overturned, and I think it should be overturned. Aaliyah Boston with a simple bump into Elizabeth Williams, and if this call is overturned, Indiana will go in front. And it is overturned. So Boston gets the layup. She's back down to 4 fouls, not 5. Boston has 21 in the game. And the Fever are back in front, 83-81, 7:09 for the game. Diggins has it off to the right. Diggins on the drive to the foul line. Comes up shooting and hitting. Skylar Diggins with 11. And we're tied 83 apiece. Raven Johnson in the front court, outside right. Left side, Aaliyah Boston. Boston on the move. Over the top pass, Caitlin Clark, right baseline. Had it poked away. And she lost the ball. Another turnover against Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark has got to do something about the turnovers. I agree with Derek Drayton. She's been a turnover machine since he's been in the WNBA. She's got to do something about that. Out front, Elizabeth Williams. Williams plays it to Diggins. To Stevens, I beg your pardon. Now J.C. Sheldon with a wraparound dribble, guarded by Lexi Hall. 6 to shoot. Sheldon plays it back left out of bounds. And the Sky turn it over, and Indiana looks for the lead. I never thought in the first half it would come to this, but it's come to this. So let's see what happens. And Callie, I totally agree with you. Caitlin Clark in the front court. Outside right. Indiana looks for the lead. Aaliyah Boston holds and looks. Over the top pass, Caitlin Clark, right corner. 3 try. Rebound tipped. Boston comes down with it. Out to Caitlin Clark. They'll get a fresh 14. Clark on the drive, right of the lane. Backs in on Azura Stevens. Now Clark low right. Out to Boston. 6 to shoot. A 3 for Boston. Short. Rebound tipped on the floor. Boston comes up with it. Here's Boston low left. Aaliyah Boston bulls her way in. Lays it in and draws the foul. Aaliyah Boston with 23 and a chance for 24. 85-83, Fever back in front. That foul is charged to Azura Stevens. That's her second. Aaliyah Boston, the fourth-year player from South Carolina, looks to extend the lead to 3. Carmilla Cardoso back on for Chicago. Elizabeth Williams goes out. Boston with 23 points tonight, including 2 3-point field goals. Free throw, good. And it's 86-83, Indiana by 3 and 5:40 left. J.C. Sheldon at the controls out front. Out front to Carmilla Cardoso. Hands to Skylar Diggins. Diggins over the top to Cardoso at the free throw line. Right corner, Azura Stevens. Right wing, J.C. Sheldon. 6 to shoot. Stevens over the top into Cardoso. Bulls her way in. Goes up. Blocked by Leah Boston, out of bounds. Stays with Chicago. They'll have 0.3 of a second to try a shot. And Callie makes another valid point for the Indiana Fever with such a target on their back. They are mad, but instead of letting the frustrations get the better of them and playing sloppy, they're putting points on the board. Over the top pass stolen by Lexi Hall. Indiana back the other way. 2-on-1. Hines Allen to the hole. Shoots it in. Indiana by 5. 88-83 and 5:15 left. 11-2 run by the Indiana Fever. Here comes Skylar Diggins. Diggins has it right wing. Pressured by Lexi Hall. Bounce pass Cardoso right of the lane. Guarded by Aaliyah Boston. Hands to Azura Stevens. Stevens on the drive. In on Boston. Turns right of the lane to the hole and shoots it in. Azura Stevens with 10. And with 8, I beg your pardon. And the lead is 3. Caitlin Clark back the other way. Caitlin Clark had it poked away. Able to get it back. Neither team in the bonus as of yet. Bounce pass low to Hines Allen. Backs in on Stevens to the hole. Lefty hook. Rimmed out. Rebound. Cardoso trying to save it. It's out of bounds. Stays with Indiana. They'll get a fresh 14. Battle of wills down the stretch with 4:38 left. Baseline left. They look to come in. They come into Hines Allen. Fake the handoff, and Hines Allen kicks it left corner. Lexi Hall, 3. Rebound on the floor. Comes down to Natasha Cloud, but a loose ball foul against Chicago as Maisha Hines Allen hits the deck. Am I frozen? I'm frozen. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm frozen. I am so sorry. Let me see if I can do something about that. Nope. I'm going to have to do this thing frozen the rest of the way. Out front, Boston. Right corner, Hall for 3. Long rebound chased down by J.C. Sheldon. Sheldon back the other way. I'm going to turn my camera off here in a moment. On the left side is Skylar Diggins. On the drive, free throw line jumper, good. It's a 1-point game. 88-87. Skylar Diggins with 15. 4 minutes left. Here comes Clark on the fly. Clark shovel pass Aaliyah Boston. Her shot's blocked by Cardoso, cleared by Cardoso. Chicago looks for the lead. Sheldon flying in. Her shot's blocked by Maisha Hines Allen, out of bounds. I'm going to have to reset my OBS here. I'm resetting my OBS right now, folks. Stand by. Six blocks for the Fever, 5 for Chicago. It's a 1-point lead, 88-87, and 3:48 left in the ball game. Maisha Hines Allen goes out. I think everything is good now. I just had to reset my OBS very quickly. And for those of you, for those of you that think that Sophie Cunningham is ducking action with an elbow problem, stop it. Just stop it. Hines Allen is back in. She just made a big defensive play a moment ago. Indiana trying to win 2 in a row for the second time this year. Hines Allen, Mitchell, Hall, Boston, and Clark. The 5 on the floor for the Indiana Fever. Diggins, Cardoso, along with Sheldon, Cloud, and Jaquez. They look to come in, and they come into Diggins, outside left, 17 to shoot. Diggins holds left wing. On the drive, 18-footer, no good. Rebound, Lexi Hall falls to the floor, and a loose ball foul against the Chicago Sky. If that's Cardoso, she's gone. She is fouled out with 3:40 remaining. Cardoso departs with 10 points. So Cardoso played okay. She only had 10 points in the game. But now, if you're the Fever, you got to take advantage with some free points. 88-87, Elizabeth Williams in for Carmilla Cardoso, who again fouls out with 3:40 remaining in the ball game. Lexi Hull to the free throw line. I do plan to do hockey next year. Hull's free throw is good. 89-87. Lexi Hull has 9. 3:40 left in the ball game. I think what I'm going to do is have the feed go from here to this big screen right here. I'm talking aloud. Second free throw up, second free throw down. It's a 3-point Indiana lead, 90-87. 3:40 left in the ball game. Gabriela Jaquez brings it up. Maisha Hines-Allen gets her. Out front, Elizabeth Williams. Williams hands it to Natasha Cloud. Cloud on the drive, over the top to Williams. Her right-handed hook is in. It's a 1-point game. 90-89. 3:24 left. Got to score every time down if you're the Fever. Caitlin Clark at the controls, guarded by J.C. Sheldon. Caitlin Clark on the drive. All the way to the hoop, lays it in. Caitlin Clark is 26. That's game-high honors. Now they come back the other way. J.C. Sheldon to Cloud on the left wing. Out front, Williams. Williams hands to Jaquez. Jaquez finds Natasha Cloud. Cloud a scissor dribble out front, guarded by Maisha Hines-Allen. Cloud pitches it right corner. Jaquez is 3. Rimming no. Cloud the one-hand pick off. Back to Jaquez. In the lane. Throws the shot up. Nope. Rebound comes down to Maisha Hines-Allen. Indiana ball up 3 and 2:45 for the ball game. Caitlin Clark at the controls. Outside right. Caitlin Clark on the move back to the left. Clark on the acceleration. Cut off left baseline. Circles the wagons in the lane. Comes out to the free throw line. Bounce pass to Aaliyah Boston. Shoots it in. Aaliyah Boston puts Indiana up by 5 and 2:25 left in the ball game. I'm sorry that I got frozen earlier, folks. Skylar Diggins on the move to the right. Diggins a scissor dribble guarded by Lexi Hall. Skylar Diggins on the move to the right. Now a bounce pass, Elizabeth Williams. Missed the layup. Aaliyah Boston the rebound. Outlet pass, Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark on the fly in the front court. Caitlin Clark a scissor dribble against J.C. Sheldon. Over the top pass to Boston. Boston backs in, goes up, scores! Nope, travel. She traveled first. Woo-wee! What a ball game. Sydney Taylor in for J.C. Sheldon. Sydney Taylor's going to try to rescue this game for the Chicago Sky. Sydney Taylor has made a difference tonight. She's got 25 points off the bench. Cloud back the other way. Under 2 to go. Cloud flying. Lays it up and in. It's a 3-point game. 94-91. 150 remaining. Caitlin Clark with a bounce pass to Aaliyah Boston out front. Boston on the move to the left. Finds Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell splits the double team. Mitchell on the drive. Her lefty scoop. Miss. Ball on the floor. Comes down to Lexi Hall. To Hines-Allen. Back to Lexi Hall. Back to Maisha Hines-Allen. 10 on the clock. Backdoor Kelsey Mitchell. Her shot blocked by Elizabeth Williams. Cleared by Skylar Diggins. Skylar Diggins back the other way. Out front, Taylor is 3 on the way. No. Rebound Hines-Allen. The one-hand pickoff. Now Indiana's got to score this trip. 1:17 remaining. Kelsey Mitchell on the push. Mitchell got fouled off to the right. That foul is on Natasha Cloud. Oh, Sydney Taylor had a chance to tie the game, and all of her shots have been falling except that one. 1:14 remaining. 94-91. Indiana by 3. Kelsey Mitchell to the free throw line. And and Maisha Hines-Allen has to go out. And she has an open wound that they're tending to right now. 94-91, Indiana by 3. They trail by as many as 4 in this ball game. Yeah, they're wrapping up Maisha Hines-Allen. Actually, they trail by as many. The Indiana trail by as many as 6. Chicago trail by as many as 19. Kelsey Mitchell to the free throw line. On the way and good. 95-91, Indiana. Michaela Timpson comes in for Maisha Hines-Allen. They're underway in Dallas. The second attempt on the way is good. It's a 5-point Indiana lead, 96-91. Chicago takes time. 1:14 left in the ball game. It's the Fever, 96, and the Sky, 91. We'll be back to the Gainbridge Fieldhouse after these messages on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network proudly presents The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday morning beginning April 29th at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Join
96-91. Indiana leads by 5. 1:14 left in the ball game. The East standings in the Commissioner's Cup. Chicago is 1-3. Indiana is 2-1 with a +6 point differential. They're up 5 right now. And in explaining the Commissioner's Cup, the point differential is huge going forward. Aaliyah Boston and Natasha Cloud having a quick conversation. It'll be Chicago ball moving left to right with 74 seconds left in the ball game. Both teams are in the bonus from here on out. Chicago 1 full timeout left. Indiana has 2. Skylar Diggins will pull the trigger. Foul line extended left. Over the top into Williams. Williams guarded by Aaliyah Boston. And throws it away. Mitchell the steal. Kelsey Mitchell on the fly. All the way to the hoop. Blades it up. No. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Belongs to Chicago with 1:03 left. Oh, you got a chance to put it away. Saw this last night with San Antonio. They had several chances to put it away. Now you got to get another stop if you're the Fever. Let's get another stop. A minute left. 5-point Indiana lead. Natasha Cloud on the left wing. Natasha Cloud on the fly. In the lane. Bounce pass out front. Koulibaly all the way. Her shot's blocked by Timpson, but a foul called on KK Timpson. And Koulibaly, the rookie from Texas A&M, heads to the line. Oh, that's a clean block. That's a clean block. But they're not going to look at it. 96-91. Koulibaly's free throw. No good. Now the best you can do is cut it to 4. It'll still be a 2-possession game either way. Maisha Hines-Allen is back in. You got to box out if you're the Fever. I'm impressed with how Chicago has played here tonight, especially after being down 19. The second attempt on the way is good. It's a 4-point lead, 96-92. In play to Caitlin Clark. Trapped. Now finds Aaliyah Boston. Boston in the front court, outside right. 43 seconds left. Caitlin Clark deep on the left wing. 13 to shoot, 40 on the big one. Caitlin Clark guarded by Natasha Cloud. Works off the Boston screen. Over the top pass, Kelsey Mitchell. 6 on the clock. Out front, Boston. Right side, Caitlin Clark. Now to Boston. 18-footer. Nope. Rebound, Natasha Cloud. They can make it a 2-point game if they hurry. Natasha Cloud in the front court finds Williams. Now to Skylar Diggins. Diggins holds the ball over her head. Dump pass underneath and a foul called on Maisha Hines-Allen with 18.9 seconds left. It's a 4-point lead, 96-92. And Elizabeth Williams will head to the free throw line. There is no shot clock, so Indiana does not need to shoot the ball, and the free throw's no good. Elizabeth Williams in her 12th year out of Duke to the free throw line. 4 points in the game. She's 2 of 4 from the line tonight. Gabriela Jaquez back on. Sydney Taylor, who's played a whale of a ball game, is out. Williams again. Good. It's a 3-point lead. Timeout, Indiana. They'll have 1 left. Chicago will have 1 left. And we're going to keep this right here. They've gone to the end of the third in Atlanta, and the New York Liberty are blowing away the Atlanta Dream 80-64. Start of the second period in the Stanley Cup Final, and the Hurricanes are tied with the Golden Knights at 1 apiece. A wrap of this game, Indiana led by as many as 19, and they were running away, but then Sydney Taylor showed up and showed out. She got them back in this contest. So did Natasha Cloud, all the way down to a 4-point lead at the half, at 6-point lead at the half, I beg your pardon, at 46-40. But then Chicago kept the run going, wound up taking the lead at the end of 3 as they outscored Indiana 39-27 in the third quarter. But it's all Indiana here in the fourth quarter. They've outscored them 23-19, and they lead by 3 with 18.9 seconds left. Indiana will have possession. Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark each with 26 in the ball game. Indiana 7 of 19 in the fourth quarter. Neither team has hit a 3-point field goal in the fourth quarter. It'll be Fever ball to bring it in. Foul line extended right in their front court. Looking in play to Caitlin Clark, and Caitlin Clark is fouled with 17.8 seconds left. A free throw here, and a couple free throws here, and this game is done. So Caitlin Clark to the free throw line. Her season high is 32. She's sitting on 26 right now. Clark's free throw is good. 97-93. 17.8 seconds left. Big crowd at Gainbridge Fieldhouse tonight. These two teams meet next on August 8th, and it'll be at the United Center. The second attempt on the way is good. And Tyler Marsh wants time. 17.8 seconds remaining. The Indiana Fever lead by 5, 98-93. We'll come back with a finish after these messages on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Are you
I didn't realize I was muted. Thank you, Victor. Williams again. Got it. 98-95. And Fever will use their reset timeout. Caitlin Clark is back on the floor. 7.2 seconds remaining. No timeouts left for Chicago except their reset. It'll be Maisha Hines-Allen on the pull the trigger. Bounce pass in play to Kelsey Mitchell. Off her foot, out of bounds. This game is not over. Chicago has no timeouts. Now you got to play defense with 5.1 seconds remaining. Raven Johnson in, Caitlin Clark out. Yeah, all they had to do was get a foul. And she dribbled it off her foot. So now Chicago with a chance to tie, and they'll use their reset timeout. Indiana, one timeout left. 5.1 seconds remaining. Skylar Diggins to pull the trigger. Foul line extended left. In play to Taylor. Back to Diggins. Diggins, a straight on three. Good! With 9/10 of a second left. Indiana wants time. Holy catfish, we're even at 98. 18 points for Skylar Diggins. Chicago has scored the last 5. And that turnover by Kelsey Mitchell turns into 3 huge points. But now Indiana with a chance to win. And for a lot of us, myself included, who thought this game was over, it is not. We are tied 98 apiece with 9/10 of a second remaining. Indiana already has used their reset timeout, and then Kelsey Mitchell turned the ball over. 9/10 of a second left. Remember, Caitlin Clark won the game on Monday with a 3-point field goal with a second remaining. You can expect they're going to surround her. Cody McMahon went for the steal. Caitlin Clark relaxed, release. And Callie reminded me yet again, it's never over until the clock runs out. Here we go. Foul line extended left. Maisha Hines-Allen will pull the trigger. 9/10 of a second left. Allen over the top, off the screen, and we have overtime. Man, Indiana gave a 19-point lead away, then led by 7, and Chicago has come back again with a 7-0 run, and the biggest play of the game is a turnover by Kelsey Mitchell after a reset timeout. Now you got to play 5 extra minutes with a team that you had down 19, and you didn't put them away. They've had possession after possession to put them away, and they didn't. So applause to the Chicago Sky. We're even, 98 all. Back with overtime after this.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network proudly presents The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson, live every weekday morning beginning April 29th at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze claw.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Indiana Fever on SMSN.
Indiana frittered away a 19-point lead, then a 7-point lead in the fourth quarter. They outscored Chicago 25-19, but it's not enough. Kelsey Mitchell turned the ball over with 5 seconds left, and for the second straight night on this camera, the most dangerous person bringing the ball in, the most dangerous person on the floor is the person bringing the ball in. OG Anunoby last night, Skylar Diggins tonight, because Diggins hit a three to even this game at 98. And remember, Chicago's playing shorthanded as Camila Cardoso fouled out late in the fourth quarter. Here we go with overtime. Elizabeth Williams and Aaliyah Boston. The tip is controlled by the Indiana Fever. They move right to left in the overtime. Caitlin Clark across into the front court. Now you got to play error-free basketball if you're Indiana. Off the screen, here comes Caitlin Clark. Free throw line. Caitlin Clark, left of the lane jumper. Nope, rebound Aaliyah Boston. Back up. Yes! Indiana by a pair, 100-98. There's 100, but we still got time remaining. 4:35 left in the overtime. Skylar Diggins on the move to the left. Diggins on the fly, throws the shot up, no good. Long rebound, chased down by Caitlin Clark. 2-on-1. Caitlin Clark behind the back pass for Kelsey Mitchell, blocked out of bounds by Sydney Taylor. Great play by Sydney Taylor. And Taylor is the player of the game, no matter who wins. Sydney Taylor, the rookie from Louisville, has been outstanding. In play to Mitchell, 18-footer, rimming, no. Tap, no. Rebound, Natasha Cloud. Long down court pass ahead, tipped off the backboard, and Aaliyah Boston comes down with it. Kelsey Mitchell back the other way. 4:08 for the overtime. 100-98. The Fever with the lead. Caitlin Clark out front, meets a double team. Backdoor to Mitchell, out to Hall. A right corner three, short. Rebound Elizabeth Williams. Chicago again with a chance to tie or get the lead with a long one with a minute gone in the overtime. Natasha Cloud in the front court directing traffic out front. Elizabeth Williams sets the screen. Cloud picks up the dribble. Now finds Azura Stevens. Down low right to Williams. Spins right of the lane and shoots it up no good. Rebound Maisha Hines-Allen. Again, Indiana dodges a bullet. 100-98. They have the lead. Here comes Caitlin Clark. Clark spins down the lane and lays it in. Caitlin Clark is 28. Her season high is 32. And I also think that's her career high. Oh, she's got 30 tonight. I beg your pardon. 102-98 with 3:15 left in the overtime. Back the other way comes Skylar Diggins. Her layup is out. Rebound, Sydney Taylor. Back to Williams. Right side, Stevens. 12 to shoot. Here's a three by Taylor. Good! It's a one-point game. Sydney Taylor in the sky will not go away. 102-101. 2:55 left. Kelsey Mitchell back the other way. On the drive. Circles the baseline. Comes back outside to the left. And a foul called out front on Azura Stevens. Sydney Taylor is 28. That's team high honors for scoring. Who's going to blink first? They look to have it in, and they have it in play to Caitlin Clark. 9 on the shot clock. Got to look. 7 to shoot, and a foul called underneath on Natasha Cloud. Each team 2 timeouts for the overtime. Are they going to spend a timeout for a look? Yep, they are. Chicago's going to spend a timeout. The foul is called on Natasha Cloud, and we'll find out if this call is going to get reversed. And I saw her mouth the words, "I did not touch her." We're going to find out. 2:44 for the overtime. Fever 102, Sky 101. We'll stay here. We're going to stay here. They're going to take a quick look at it. CC indeed has 30 points. You got to get rebounds if you're the Indiana Fever trying to win a big game, what's turned out to be a big game here. Indiana led by as many as 19. Chicago led by as many as 6. And here we are in overtime with a 1-point Fever lead, 102-101. Indiana led 27-14 at the end of 1, 46-40 at the half. Chicago led 79-73 at the end of 3. And we were tied at 98 thanks to Skylar Diggins hitting a long 3 from the top of the circle. Indiana had a chance to win, couldn't do it, and that's where we stand. We're in overtime. 102-101, Indiana by 1. We do not have a decision yet from the refs. This play may be reversed. This call may be reversed. I beg your pardon. It's 2:44 left in overtime. Fever 102, Sky 101. And we still don't have a decision from the refs. This call is going to be, I think this call is going to be overturned. It is. And the Sky will retain their timeout. It'll be Indiana ball, foul line extended right. Aaliyah Boston will pull the trigger. In play to Hines Allen, 5 on the clock. Lexi Hall has it, deep on the left wing, 2 to shoot. Hall on the drive to the hole, lays it up. Nope. Rebound Boston, follow, good! It's a 3-point game. 104-101. 2.5 minutes left, but now Chicago can tie with a 3. You got to get a defensive stop. Aaliyah Boston also with 30. Azura Stevens finds Cloud, flying in, lays it up, no good. Rebound Aaliyah Boston. That's a double-double for Aaliyah Boston. 2:15 for the overtime. Got to have points here if you're the Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark on the drive. Stops right of the lane. Stops and starts. Fadeaway shot right of the lane. Short. Rebound Boston. They'll get a fresh 14. Caitlin Clark on the left wing. Dump low left Boston. 10 on the clock. Boston on the drive in the lane. Lays it up. Left it short. Azura Stevens the rebound. That hit the bottom part of the rim. Now they run ahead to Natasha Cloud in the left corner. 1:48 for the overtime. 3-point Indiana lead. Elizabeth Williams pulls her way in the lane. Shoots it up. No good. Drew the foul. Missed shots costing the Fever right now. Elizabeth Williams with a chance to cut this lead to 1. With 1:44 left in the overtime. And the fabulous rookie Sydney Taylor on the floor for Chicago. Williams free throw. So now the best she can do is cut it to 2. And she does not. Aaliyah Boston the rebound. That's 13 rebounds for Aaliyah Boston. So the Fever dodge a bullet. Up 3. 1:38 for the overtime. Caitlin Clark across the timeline. Guarded by Sydney Taylor in a switch. 13 on the shot clock. 1:30 on the big one. Here comes Caitlin Clark on the attack. Out front, Boston, back to Clark. Clark accelerates. Out to Boston. 18-footer. Good from the top of the circle. Aaliyah Boston with 32. The lead is 5. 106-101. Sydney Taylor, Azura Stevens, I beg your pardon, has it out front. Back to Taylor. Stolen by Mitchell. Mitchell on the fly. In on Stevens. Lays it in. Indiana by 7. Chicago wants time. 110 for the overtime. Man, these teams are playing basketball tonight. 110 for the overtime. Fever 108. Sky 101. Back with the finish after these messages on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network proudly presents The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday morning beginning April 29th at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Join the transporter to Haiti.
108-101, Indiana leads by 7 with 110 left in the overtime. I'm in agreement with Callie. The refs have backed off from calling too much. Chicago ball. Foul line extended left. In play to Williams, low left. Williams comes back outside. A Diggins 3 short, but a foul is called on Kelsey Mitchell. And that's 3 free throws. So again, the 3-point field goal, attempt or make, is getting Chicago back in the game. That's a good call. Diggins first one. Got it. 108-102. Skylar Diggins with 19 points. The 12-year veteran from Notre Dame aims the second one. Got it. 108-103. 105 for the overtime. Diggins gets ready. The third attempt on the way is good. She hits all 3. Indiana wants time. Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth we go. Holy catfish. We hope that y'all enjoy it as we enjoy bringing it to you. We're not done yet. 105 for the overtime. Fever 108, Chicago 104. Back after these messages on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network proudly presents The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday morning beginning April 29th at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Can't wait for the morning shift to come back with Cole Johnson. 105 left in the overtime here. Indiana 108, Chicago 104. And I think what we're going to do from here on out is a WNBA doubleheader Thursday and Friday. Indiana has not missed a free throw tonight. They look to come in, foul line extended right in their front court. They haven't in play to Caitlin Clark. A bucket here could put it out of reach. On the left side is Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell against Sydney against Sydney Taylor. I'm sorry, I blanked on the name. Here comes Lexi Hall. Left corner, Boston for 3. Short, tapped out of bounds, stays with Indiana. They'll have 5 seconds on the shot clock. 46 seconds left in the game, 46.8. I can't believe I blanked on Sydney Taylor. I apologize for that. Caitlin Clark to come in, baseline left, in play to Mitchell, shoots it up, no good, but a foul called. And Mitchell shoots two with 46 seconds exactly left in the ball game. Caitlin Clark fired a bullet, and Natasha Cloud fouls out with 46 seconds left in the overtime. So Cardoso fouls out in the fourth quarter. And Natasha Cloud, who has been sensational, fouls out in the overtime. J.C. Sheldon comes in for her. Sydney Taylor, 28 to lead, and a free throw's no good for Kelsey Mitchell. Cloud departs with 6 points in the game. And remember, Caitlin Clark missed a pair of free throws on Monday. 18 for Mitchell. Now she shoots to put the Fever up 5, and she does. 19 for Mitchell. Chicago in a hurry. Skylar Diggins on the move. Finds Sheldon. Three-pointer from the right. Rimming, no. Rebound, Maisha Hines-Allen. Maisha Hines-Allen struggles underneath. Gets it to Caitlin Clark. 30 seconds for the overtime. Caitlin Clark at the timeline. Caitlin Clark, do we have a 10-second violation? Yeah, we do. Caitlin Clark begging for a review. Indiana has 2 timeouts. They can use one here. They can use one for a review here if they choose. And they're not going to. Chicago ball at the timeline. 29.4 seconds left. One stop, one bucket. Fever needed that in regulation. Got neither. And remember, they led by 7 in regulation. The Sky are in the bonus. In play to Diggins. Diggins assists a dribble. Out front to Taylor. Flying in. Scoop layup. Offensive foul. And that'll wipe out the shot clock. But Sydney Taylor, you got nothing to hang your head about. 28 points on the night. She gets called for an offensive foul here. Maisha Hines-Allen drew the foul. .3 left in the overtime. Fever 109, Sky 104. They're taking a look at it at the table. .3 seconds left in the overtime. Baseball, WNBA doubleheader for you tomorrow, along with some baseball. The Hurricanes have scored. They lead the Golden Knights 2-1 in the second period. They're reviewing the 10-second violation. And Caitlin Clark said, I got over at 15. But another turnover against the Fever. Meanwhile, in Atlanta, 98-86, the Liberty lead that game with 1:31 left. They're almost to the half in Dallas as the Dallas Wings lead the Phoenix Mercury 36-28. But the call they're looking at is an offensive foul on Sydney Taylor. Well, she let the ball go before she made contact. .3 seconds remaining. 109-104, Indiana. And Callie says, I spoke too soon. Yeah, they're going to wipe. This call's overturned. It's not an offensive foul. So Sydney Taylor will shoot 2. That foul is charged to Maisha Hines-Allen. So now Indiana finds themselves in the position they were in overtime. Should Taylor make both free throws? She's got the first one. 109, 105, 24.1 seconds remaining. 29 for Sydney Taylor tonight. She shoots for point number 30. She's got it. And a reset timeout called by the Indiana Fever. Neither team with a timeout remaining. 109, 106. A turnover led to Skylar Diggins hitting a three to tie this puppy, which is why we're in overtime in the first place. Tip your hat to the Chicago Sky for playing a whale of a game. They look to come in. Over the top pass in play to Boston. Boston on the fly. Is fouled with 21 seconds left. Now you need to make your free throws if you're the Indiana Fever. Boston nearly went to the basket and nearly lost the ball. And when she nearly lost the ball, she peeled out to the left. Boston's free throw. Got it. That's huge. That makes it a 4-point game. 110-106. 33 points for Aaliyah Boston. Diggins and Taylor are players of the game for Chicago. Aaliyah Boston hits two big free throws. Reset timeout taken by Chicago with 21 seconds left. 111-106. This represents the high point total for the Indiana Fever tonight. This season, J.C. Sheldon, foul line extended right, looks to come in. In play to Stevens. Stevens hands it to Skylar Diggins. Diggins fakes. Jump pass Stevens. Tap pass Williams. Lays it up. No good. Rebound. Maisha Hines-Allen. Hands to Caitlin Clark and a loose ball foul. Maisha Hines-Allen will shoot a pair with 11 seconds left. 111-106. What a game. What a game. We hope y'all enjoyed it as we enjoy bringing it to you. Gonna figure out the vertical. I'm going to figure out the vertical side, folks. And what might happen is that I may use YouTube as my video carrier exclusively. Free throw good for Maisha Hines-Allen. 112-106. I'm seriously thinking about it. Hines-Allen gets ready. The second attempt on the way. Short. Rebound Aaliyah Boston. Out to Caitlin Clark. 8 seconds left. J.C. Sheldon commits the foul with 6.8 seconds left. This baby's over. J.C. Sheldon with her third foul. With her fourth foul, I beg your pardon. And Caitlin Clark to the free throw line. Free throw, got it. It's in the book now. In the immortal words of my friend Gary from Valley Fair back in 2000. Caitlin Clark for point number 32. Got it. 32 points for Caitlin Clark. 114-106. Do not foul. Diggins back the other way. A lean in three. Short. Caitlin Clark. And this ball game is over. The Indiana Fever had a 19-point lead and were on their way to victory, but then Chicago woke up, got back in the ball game. They led by as many as 6, and they win tonight, 114-106, and they played this game without Sophie Cunningham, who was out with an elbow injury. And again, I say, phew. Welcome back with the postgame show after these messages on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, No, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now, the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today.
Let's wrap this up. 114-106, the final score. The Indiana Fever get the victory in overtime. Other games see the Liberty beat the Atlanta Dream 104-90. And the Wings have opened up an 11-point lead on the Phoenix Mercury. They're headed toward halftime there. Wow, what a ball game tonight. As I'll say it again, I hope that y'all enjoyed it as we enjoy bringing it to you. Our players of the game, 2 for each side. Skylar Diggins and Sydney Taylor for Chicago. Taylor led them with 30 points. Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark are the players of the game for the Indiana Fever. Boston, 34 points and 12 rebounds. Caitlin Clark, 32 points and 10 assists. And the Indiana Fever have got to be breathing a sigh of relief, because at the end of the third quarter, they gave this game away. They were giving this game away because Chicago played some terrific defense to get them back into the ball game. But Indiana found their defensive stride. Skylar Diggins hit a 3 at the tail end of the fourth quarter to force overtime. Then Indiana outscored Chicago 16-8 in the overtime session, and it was all about Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark. And remember, Sophie Cunningham out with an injury for this game, an elbow injury. Man, oh man, hope that you enjoyed it. We enjoy bringing it to you. A little Friday night WNBA plus Friday night baseball coming your way tomorrow. And then Saturday, the Indiana Fever take on the Connecticut Sun at 6 o'clock. And then at 8:30, the Knicks have a chance to claim their first world championship since 1973, as they will take on the host San Antonio Spurs, with the Knicks leading that series 3-1. This game was crazy. This game was out of control. And this game belongs to the Indiana Fever, in the immortal words of one Marty Brenneman. Final score, your Fever come back to win it 114-106 in a game that featured comebacks on both sides, big turnovers on both sides, 30-point performances on both sides. And in the end, the Fever win by 8, 114-106. Phew. Man, I'm tired. I'm going to finish my dinner, and then I got some work to do here in the office, and then I'm going to bed. Hope you enjoyed it. We enjoy bringing it to you. More stuff coming your way tomorrow, and 6 of the Game 5, of the NBA World Championship Series. Will the Spurs force their way back in it, or will the Knicks claim their first title since 1973? That's the big event of the weekend. The Fever take on the Connecticut Sun in Connecticut on Saturday. That's a 6 o'clock tip time. We're going up, as I've been handed a note by Dr. K, 5:45 is our pregame time, because we are doing 2 games that night. 5:45 is our pregame time, and we will have coverage of both the Fever and the Sun on Saturday, and also the Knicks and Spurs in Game 5 of the NBA World Championship Series. And tomorrow we'll be on at 9 a.m. for a 4-hour edition of Snowman in the Morning, with a lot to catch up on this week. For everybody involved with the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network and Snowman Multimedia, my name is Brian Snow. Hope that you enjoyed it as we enjoy bringing it to you. Good night, and God bless everybody.
The preceding has been a presentation of the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.